Good. So welcome Enlightenment members, especially those who have just recently or in the past received your certification. I just wanted to share with you the organisation that I'm with. I know that you've all seen me hold up this plaque, and now we're going to put a real person to it. So we have Dawn. Dawn is absolutely amazing, really helpful. She's been helpful for the growth of my business, and she is from the International Authority for Professional Coaching and Mentoring. So welcome, Dawn.
Thank you, Eileen. Thanks for having me.
Good. So Dawn's here today because a lot of you have said, what happens next? So within the program, you've done a complete 100 hours of and you've got a certificate in getting out of your own way concepts, holistic coaching. And then you might kind of say, what happens next? So there's two things that can happen next. Firstly, you continue with me and I support you as a coach, and I help you with coaching content, coaching strategies, or help you personally as a coach. And the second thing is, have I joined Dawn? You can join Dawn's company too and grow yourself as a coach. So Dawn's here to share that with you. So Dawn, what choices are open to someone that's received 100 hours with myself? They've got the certification. What can they do next?
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously we believe in order to protect the public, and that's the whole point of professional certifications like yourself and professional accreditation like ourselves, it's all about protecting the end user. So when somebody has completed the 100 hours with you, you can see on this screen that I'm sharing, you've got an opportunity to apply for your APC, which is an accredited practitioner coach, or you can bump up your hours to 120 and apply for your accredited senior coach / mentor. The reason why you kind of fall in between, and it's easy for your students to bump themselves up, is perhaps they've done other courses that are relevant to the coaching and industry. So maybe they did a mentoring course, or they did an NLP course, or something of that nature. So it's just not strictly 120 coaching hours, it's 120 coaching related type hours. So we'll look at other training programs. So this is particularly advantageous for people who have gone on your course, Eileen, who maybe have been coaching for years but hadn't actually ever been formally certified in coaching. It's becoming more and more popular because obviously the clients are becoming increasingly sophisticated and demanding, like when they work with a personal trainer or an accountant or a driving instructor or the medical profession. Hello, are you accredited? If I'm going to spend my hard-earned cash with you and put my health and well-being in the hands of a coach, I want to know you're accredited. So accreditation is taking off year in, year out. I mean, we've been doing accreditation since 2004, but it's really only in the last 18 months that I think our education of the public in choosing accredited courses to become trained in and choosing accredited practitioners to be coached by is really started to take off. I mean, there's hardly a week that goes by when I don't get a student or a member of the public asking me, is such and such accredited, or who do you recommend I go to? I've looked at your directory, I can't choose, type of thing. Or is this person really accredited? They're saying they are. So it's really important because it helps you stand out in a very crowded market. Eileen and I were talking just before we went online and said, there's 130,000 people calling themselves coaches in the UK. That sounds like a lot. But actually, when there's 60 million people in Britain, it puts it into perspective. But what I think of the IAPC&M, the abbreviation for the International Authority for Professional Coaching and Mentoring, is our members are best in class. Not only have they invested in themselves to be professionally trained, but they've put all that training together, and they have the belief, the confidence, the commitment to the industry and their clients to say, I want to be recognized as best in class. Nobody's perfect, but I'm doing everything I can to protect myself and my clients. So accreditation is one level higher than certification, and it helps you stand out in a very crowded market by saying, I've got this differentiator. Like you do with your certificate, you're super proud of it. I'm super proud of mine. And it's something that you can put on your website. whether you give them a discounted website offer or they use our discounted website offer, but it means that you've got a logo, you've got a certificate, you can download a lot of our PR and marketing material that's all been professionally designed for our accredited members to promote themselves and help clients identify them as what I call the 1% club. Yeah. So for practitioners, all you need is 60 hours training. For senior, it's 120. And for practitioners, it's 60 practical coaching hours. And I know Eileen's got a coaching log for you, but we accept spreadsheets, whatever format. If you've already written it all down, don't transfer it onto our log. But for a senior, it's 750 hours. And then we move on to master and then fellow.
Yeah, get it. So, so if somebody wanted to be accredited, the benefits are they would stand out in the market. They would, they'd have kind of some, rather than just say, that's what I was against, where people just go on a coaching program for a weekend and call themselves a coach. We wouldn't go into a doctor who'd just been there for a weekend. We'd want the doctor to be, have some governing body, etc., where they're being kind of like checked and monitored. And like you say, most of all, protection. So coaches, if they wish to continue, they can join your organisation and either go for the, what do you say, the
practitioner, APC, accredited practitioner coach or mentor.
And then if they wanted to go for master, it's 750 hours of coaching, where they've been coaching individuals or groups. Is that?
That's for the senior, and master is 150, 1,500.
Yeah.
And then for people like ourselves who have been in the industry a long time, it's 2,500 plus hours.
Yeah, get it.
The higher up you go, the more work you have to do in your evidence portfolio. So more testimonials, longer interviews, longer assessment calls. By no means is this a rubber stamp job, but for the reasons that people went on your course, because it stood out as an accredited course, they wouldn't then expect us just to say, okay, you're accredited. Of course, it's an easier route because they've come through you. And one of the benefits of coming through you, Eileen, is that they get a 50% discount when they come for accreditation, rather than somebody who's come through a non-accredited route, because we have to do a lot more work in terms of building their evidence portfolio and assessing them. So that's a huge advantage for your APCs, your practitioner levels coming through us. Even if they come through at senior, they get something like 40% off. And if they come through at master, they still get a discount. And we're there for the duration of their journey. So whether they are an APC and then they become an ASC and then an AMC, they retain those discounts all the way through because they've invested in your training course.
Get it, absolutely. Wow, I'm a bit gutted. I didn't get any discount. Never mind, this is all good. So they could, and can any of my members that have got their certification out, and if they want to start their accrediting process, they might want to, because like me, I didn't know I was even going to go towards fellow. It's only when I contact you I've realised how many hours I've actually done, etc. If they wanted to contact you, can they do that? And can you share with them what support you'd give them individually, just like you give me individually? Absolutely.
Let me just share, change the screen share, and I can talk you through the benefits package, because we've worked very hard. As you know, just after you joined us, we were going through a rebranding, so it was a little bit confusing for you at the time, but that all finished last year. And we basically had a massive rebranding because people kept saying accreditation, you've been going through it since 2004, we don't know anything about it. So we kind of like the best kept secret in the industry, which is a nonsense. So in 2017 we completely rebranded ourselves based on the feedback we had from training providers, from prospects, from students, from members, etc. And everything changed except the yellow post-it notes for the better. And what we thought was, if we can make something simple, even make it simpler is better, but keep the really vigorous attention to detail when it comes to accreditation, and also open it up so that for those people who weren't particularly academic, they didn't have to write a thesis anymore. We created an interview opportunity. So people didn't have to discriminate against themselves because they, you know, didn't want to write a thesis or an essay or whatever. So they could talk to us, because at the end of the day, we're in the field of having a conversation, aren't we? That's what coaching is. So let's do it from an accreditation body as well. So what we have on offer, and I'm just going to click this benefits leaflet, which you can all download, and I can give you a copy for your file, is essentially we're all about making a difference. So there are several international organizations who do accreditation. We believe we're different. Fundamentally, it's because we're British, we're independent, and we don't have any other thing to plug. You know, we're not saying come on our course and then get accredited. We are only an accreditation body, so that's our sole area of expertise. We rely on students going to courses like yours, Eileen. We're not trying to muddy the waters and do anything else. So we're only interested in accrediting the best in class. Now, that could be an individual, it could be a coach, it could be a mentor, or it could be a training provider. But essentially, that is what we do. And obviously, our whole ethos is about protecting the public. It's not about being the biggest accreditation body in the world. It's about being the best. And as you've already said, we give a very personable service. We're there. We have an open door policy. Nothing is too much trouble. If we can help you grow your business, it's good for you, it's good for the clients, it's good for everybody. So it's a win-win-win. In terms of our networking partners, we have now changed this, and in the new year, a new benefits leaflet will come out, and these will be called solution partners, because our thinking was, if we're networking with somebody, they've got to plug a gap. And it's not just a case of identifying a gap in the market. Is there a market in the gap? So we want all our partners to provide our accredited practitioners a solution. So for instance, Blue Sky Creative, they're a web hosting and design company. So they provide a solution to coaches and mentors who come through training providers like yourself, and they don't have a website. They want a discounted website. The Life Coaching Directory, this is for UK only practitioners, but they have 30,000 hits a month of people who are asking for a coach. You know, it's mainly the public looking for a coach. So we don't want to be reinventing the wheel in all these other areas when there are already experts out there. So we say to these organizations, you're providing our accredited members a solution. We want special prices for our practitioners. Yeah. So that's one. The HMCA, it's a medical insurance, Westminster Insurance, it's professional indemnity, REA, that's career coaching. They look for master coaches to deliver career coaching, so that's a work opportunity. The ABM, the business mentors, and we've got lots more that we're going to be putting on this page next year. But essentially, we've got a lot of new solution partners who are offering software and coaching tools that will either manage your side of the paperwork or the client's goal setting paperwork, and you're getting them at massively discounted prices because you've come through your course, Eileen, and you've become accredited with us, rather than you having to go out there and think, right, okay, I'm setting up a business, what systems do I need, what tools do I need, where do I start? We've done a lot of the hard work for you.
And your systems are all tailor-made for coaches.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. We also have a program which you can't see here on the screen particularly well, but we call it the business of coaching. So because we've talked in the past about how do we support accredited practitioners and students that qualify with you, Eileen, between that point in their career and actually having a thriving business, I know you have your support groups, but we've also set something up, and all of these things are completely complementary. Once somebody's accredited, they can do a self-teach 12-month online modular program, just work their way through it. It becomes part of their CPD, and they can learn everything from how to write a business plan, how to create a brand, how to choose a niche, how to run a webinar, etc., etc. So every month there's something on there that will help them not only gain confidence, but actually develop their skills and complement what you're doing with them in terms of developing their business. We run regular competitions. We interview Coach of the Month. You know, we're very happy with any of our accredited practitioners. If they say, look, Dawn, I need some PR. I've got a book coming out, or I've got a website program I want to promote. Great, let's jump on YouTube and talk about it and promote it. We have a PR company that we spend a lot of money with every month, and they will promote you. So it's kind of like your own PR team and sales and marketing support. You know, I will write blogs with you, I will interview you, we'll do press releases, whatever it is that you need that will help you get out there and stand out in this crowded market.
Wow, so it's kind of like a personal service for coaches.
Yeah.
And you will help them as part of them. Do you help them when they are accredited with you, or if they're on their way to be accredited with you?
As long as they've paid their accreditation application, and whether they're pending or completely finished the process and they're accredited, whether they've been with us for 1 year or 10 years, they all get the same support.
Cool, get it. That's good. And I'm guessing the fees vary on how much they pay depending if they're going for practitioner, senior, gold or fellow.
Yes, yeah. If they're going for practitioner, as I say, they get a 50% discount because they've come through you. So it's a very low 195, and I have to give you the heads up, Eileen, it is probably going to double next spring. So I'm going to do a lot of marketing in the beginning of 2019 to encourage the training providers to get past and present students accredited now, because we had this discounted price for a year this following the rebranding.
Yeah.
And because of the amount of free stuff that we give them, it's just not possible to continue running it at this price. So next spring, March time, it will be going up. But currently it's 195 for a practitioner, 395 for a senior, and 595 for a master. And that's vastly discounted already, rather than coming through a non-accredited route. They will always have a big discount coming through you rather than a non-accredited route, but the prices will be going up next year.
Good. And they just let you know if they contact you direct that they were certified with coachingwitheileen.com?
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll find on YouTube lots of PR videos that we've done with training providers and individuals, and you know, we want to do that with you as well. And a lot of the support that we give our members all counts towards their CPD. I mean, if they did a fraction of the stuff that we have available for them, their CPD on an annual basis would be done, and we have a CPD log that's available. So in terms of the business support, we also have a business library. So if somebody's new and says, you know, I need to write a contract, or I've got a template of a contract but I don't have a complaints procedure, go to the research center. It is all there for you to adapt and use as you wish.
Yeah, I know you gave me like code of conduct, equal opportunities, and I was like, oh, I don't have any of these, and you were like, here they are. I was like, oh my god. And it was great because they're you know, pertinent for coaching rather than general health and fitness, etc. So
exactly. I mean, if you can show your clients you've got a complaints procedure, that you've got a formal contract, an agreement that you enter in with your, they know that you're setting yourself up as somebody very professional to deal with, just as if you were dealing with an accountant or a solicitor, and that you've got their well-being, and you're not just going to take their money, you actually care what happens afterwards. So yes, we've got all of that in place.
God, that's great. So Dawn, if anyone needs to get in touch with you, even if they just want to get in touch and ask questions, I know when I contacted you, I was a bit confused with it all, and what is an accreditation and etc. If they just wanted to ask you directly, could any of my members do that?
Absolutely, yes. They can go to the website and they can contact us through the website, or just simply drop me an email, dawn@coach-accreditation services, and we can jump on Skype or Zoom, and I'll have a smoothie, you can have a tea or coffee, and we'll just chat and answer your questions.
My members are all healthy as well, so they're all into like smoothies.
Okay, so I'm not alone then.
No, you definitely won't be alone.
Yeah, no, very welcome to do that. So you can perhaps just see at the bottom, dawn@coach-accreditation.services, but I'm sure you'll put the website up on your Facebook page anyway.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Dawn. Thanks for your time. And it's
You're very
great.
welcome.
The members, once they've got the certification, know that they can, you know, just keep it there, or if they want to get support, become an accredited coach and be in the 1% of coaches and get access to all your services, then it's 50% off. And for guys, there's no benefit to me whatsoever. I just went to this company because I needed to be okay with my insurance. I wanted a governing body, just that I had some protection, and I got more than protection. I got support, and they give me all their documents, which is as a coach is phenomenal. So hopefully it's helpful. And Dawn is great to chat. She really does go above and beyond and go out of her own way. So if you need to contact her, then do. And if you don't, thanks for listening.
Thank you very much, Eileen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. All the best.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.